Ooh. Did you hear that? Oh. It's the kind of thing at mile 20 during a marathon you don't trust. But anyway, and where are you all off to today? Woo! So skip the hills and walk along the flat.
Stourbridge HF Rambling Club. Yes.
The what? Say again?
Stourbridge HF Rambling Club.
Stourbridge HF Rambling Club. Well, the very best of fun to you all. Have fun.
Yeah.
Bye bye bye. Bye bye. A warm welcome back to Chatty Adventures. My name is Donato and I'm your host for today, where today I am going to take you on a little hike over the Malvern Hills and talk about mental health. Yes, that's right, May is Mental Health Awareness, but I'm going to talk to you about from my perspective, and what would be really good talking of perspectives if I knew the route where I'm walking. So right now I'm leaving Malvern Link station, so I'm going to head over the hills to a place called the Kettle Sings, or the Singing Kettle, and then walk back and probably finish at Great Malvern rather than Malvern Link. So a bit of a circular, semicircular route. Yeah, so follow me on today's Chatty Adventure. And just as a bit of pre-warning, or I say often in my videos, because if you are new to my channel, leave lovely comments below. Be mindful of other people's comments, you know, please respect what their views are and so on. And I'm going to be saying some things today. I'm talking from my own experiences. Being 63 this month, I'm going to talk through my own experiences of mental health, and also having worked as a paid professional in the mental health sector and my experience from that, and also how running, walking and all types of things can be really good for our mental health. So without further ado, that was a bit of a long intro, wasn't it, hey? But yes, as I said, if you are new here, I do unscripted, unedited stuff, and yeah, I very much look forward to it. So let's get on the hills and start singing, because as we know, the hills are alive with the sound of music. I've now just passed North Car Park, so in this video I'm going to be talking a bit about the topic, but also a bit about the route as I'm going along. So it's taken me so far about 20 minutes to get from Malvern Link to here. So I'm now going to start a route around North Hill, over Worcestershire Beacon, got to go over the highest point here, and then head over down through Witch Cutting, I think it's called, and then to the Singing Kettle, or Kettle Sings, have a little break, and then turn around, come back, but finish off somewhere in Great Malvern. See how I feel? The sun is out. You can see I've already changed my top. It is a beautiful, glorious day, and this is one of the beauties, and you don't need me to state the bleeding obvious, yeah? Apologies if this, and I make no apologies of making apologies, but yeah, on my previous point where I'm saying be mindful of other people's comments, in terms of what you guys want to say, critique, give feedback to myself, that's great. I think some people are a little oversensitive of being challenged, and I find it quite ironic when some of them do endurance running and they don't like being challenged on social media, and yet they say they're doing the endurance running or whatever, massive hikes, bike tours and whatever, to help themselves grow, but can't take critique, because if we can't take critique, how can we grow? So yes, leave the comments, but at the end of the day, I really don't give a shit. Speaking of not giving a shit, I actually do give a shit. To those people who take the time and intelligence to leave constructive feedback, support also. What I don't give a shit about is random accounts that come on here and leave some abusive or really batshit comments. The latest one I had was where I posted an opinion about the parkrun letter, and someone said, because most people commented they didn't agree that the stats being removed, and this person commented, if you don't agree with the stats being removed, then you must believe the earth is flat. Yeah, how the batshit did they come up with that thing? So maybe that person has mental health issues and needs some help, and it's their way of reaching out, maybe. I don't know. Leave it in the comments below what you think about random comments that are like out there. Meanwhile, let's crack on with this hike, because it's glorious here. as I'm walking along the heading up towards North Hill, I'm going to walk around North Hill, not up to the top. It's great already, other hikers are out and about, and what's really good is you can just have a friendly chat with anyone. Everybody's friendly, open and wanting to chat, and that in itself, as you know, is good for our mental health. It's just chatting with people. Yeah. And here's a lovely couple here admiring the view. How's the view for you guys?
Good morning.
Good morning. Now this is a view and a half, isn't it?
It's lovely.
Oh, I better stop here and film this.
Yeah, it's gorgeous. River's down.
Yes, it is.
One of the beauties of talking with random people and opening up a conversation, that couple I just spoke to now, one of them is from Connecticut in the US, but is living here, and Malvern lived here for many decades. But I did spot a bit of a twang and asked her about where she was originally from, and yes, amazing, eh? But yeah, we are admiring the views here because it is spectacular. So fortunate to have something like this on my doorstep, and I believe wherever we are in the world there will be something somewhere where you can get away. Even when I was living in central London, there was parks within a short stroll to get to, or a tube ride, short train journey. For me, it's a short train journey to get here, 10 minutes to Malvern Link, a few more minutes to get to Great Malvern, depending on where I want to get off, or Colwall on the other side of the Malverns. But yeah, absolutely spoilt. So do you have any go-to places that you have, your getaway place where you can too enjoy beautiful views like this, almost literally on your doorstep? Okay, mental health, very topical this month, and I'm not producing it to be topical or whatever. It's just sometimes I see so much content out there on social media that a lot of it is, whilst they're well-meaning people, it's misinformation, and some of them I think are a bit too evangelical about how something can solve all of your mental health issues. Now I've got to stress, if you are or do believe you have some mental health issues, go and refer yourself to a professional medical practitioner, and or speak to somebody, speak to Samaritans, all these type of groups to talk it out, because sometimes whilst running, walking, hiking, swimming, cold plunging, all that type of stuff is noted to be scientifically beneficial for mental health, it doesn't guarantee that it's going to cure your mental health. In fact, if anything, and this might sound controversial, what it's doing is putting an elastoplast over the issue. So whilst I appreciate, yeah, running is great for our mental health, helps us get a balance, I do believe hiking, walking, especially out in the countryside, is absolutely beneficial. But also, we don't need mental health issues to go out and enjoy our runs and enjoy the walking, hiking, swimming and all that type of stuff. Yeah, it's a bit like I have a monthly massage, yeah, around monthly. Now a lot of people have massages when they've got injuries. I don't wait for the injuries to arrive to have a massage. I have what I call like an MOT, yeah, to keep things ticking over. And it's the same with our mental health. We don't need to wait to get mental health issues to take up running, to go for a hike or a walk. We just do it as part of our weekly, daily routine. Yeah, and I think the key factor for me, whatever you want to take up, is to help with our mental health, is to give us joy. If we do something that gives us joy, that will help our mental health. So if you don't run, that's fine. You don't have to run, whilst running can help. The same with hiking, walking. Just do what gives you joy. And right now I've got great joy coming up on the view here and seeing the hills, and having walked around North Hill. There's North Hill up there, so I've gone around the back and I'm going to head up to there, Worcestershire Beacon. Well, I just had a lovely chat with that couple behind me there. They've travelled all the way from Leicester and they're here for a week of trekking and orienteering. The gentleman said he took part in an orienteering event, and yeah, you see the great outdoors, how good it is for us. mentally and physically. And as you can see, I've changed my gear because it's getting a bit wet, windy and chilly up here. The clouds have covered over, so always important to bring the right clothes and enough layers to keep yourself warm, despite the sun being out at times. So let's head over now to Worcestershire Beacon. Is this the top of the world?
Oh dear.
So here I am at the top of Worcestershire Beacon. Yes, we are all here, chatting to lots of tourists here, and there's, as you can see in the background, there's a school party have arrived. So yeah, it's proper popular. I think I might start charging for people coming up here to give some history. But yeah, it's the highest point, 1,395 feet. Yeah, I just read that off there, so I don't know off memory. But yeah, damn high, and it's beautiful. So let's carry on to the Kettle. Had a lovely chat with those people at the top of Worcestershire Beacon. It's like tourist central, yeah? But it is a beautiful day to come out, so I can understand why the tourists would want to come out for a holiday in this area and also for a nice hike around the hills. So if you wanted to know how long have I been out so far, it's an hour and 47. So I just let the clock tick along. It shows I've done 5.5 kilometers, so it doesn't sound far, but I am literally stopping, chatting, enjoying the scenery. I'm not rushing on a mega hike. I'm just taking in the scenery. So for me, part of the mental well-being is taking my time, doing nothing and just chilling out, and it's absolutely beautiful. So I've been going literally bang on 2 hours from leaving the train station at Malvern Link, and I've done a little over 6.3 kilometers, so not exactly groundbreaking speed, but as speaking with that couple just up there, it's all about taking in the scenery, relaxing and enjoying literally the proverbial journey. Just to give you an idea how many tourists are here today, just in this area, there's one big coach behind me here, and there's another 2 huge coaches over there. So that's 3 coach loads just in this location. So yeah, lovely day, very popular, and I was hoping there'd be an ice cream van here, but there isn't. So I'm gonna have to carry on to the Singing Kettle. Oh no, there's a little cafe just here. I might have a little ice cream here. Kettle Singing, Singing Kettle, I don't know. I've already done 2 hours 10. That's a long time, isn't it? So there's a sign, turn off the Kettle Sings. But let's go and have a quick look, see what ice creams they've got at this cafe here. Ah yes, Wednesday closed. So let's get back on the ridgeway onto the hills. And another little interesting fact for you here is Elgar being born in Worcester. He used to go on a lot of cycling tours around the area, so around the Malverns and all the way to Hereford as well. So there's a statue of him on his bike in Hereford Cathedral. And yeah, apparently when he went on his bike rides, that would inspire him for a lot of his musical content. Yeah. Well, let's see about crossing here. And one of the benefits at this location is there is a public toilet as well, if you needed that. Lovely chat with another couple over here, travelling around the, I would say, the 3 counties, Gloucestershire, Herefordshire and Worcestershire now. So they haven't been to Worcester yet, so I gave them a bit of a prequel of the history there. But fascinating chat, and how the interest of the history in this area, because there's so much history, culture. It's fabulous, absolutely fabulous. as I'm heading up over another ridge and I look behind, it looks quite amazing that I've walked all this way and thinking, wow, have I come this far? And there's a bit like a journey in life. How far have we come? A long way. Behind me here is the Three Counties Showground. Now you may not be able to see the detail because of this wonderful wide lens, but last week was the Royal Horticultural Society event of the year, and I think it was 4 days worth, sell out most days, but yeah, it attracts a lot of people here. Fantastic and fabulous location here. I've been to many events at the Three Counties. Beautiful. As I walk along here, it's so peaceful just to stop and listen and look, with the songbirds singing, the sun is out. It's so beautiful, very relaxing. As I've been stopping and chatting, yes, can you see hat on now? Yes, because the sun is blistering. So as it's getting all hot and I'm getting proper hungry now. So I've been going nearly 3 hours and I've just had a banana and I've got some water with me. So my recollection, my brain is telling me, I think if I go down this trail, I'll get to the Kettle Sings. And then I can have some lunch. Oh yes, I think I've earned this, haven't I? But boy, am I hungry. In the distance there, I can see British Base Camp, or Herefordshire Beacon, I think it's called, because it is over the border in Herefordshire, as opposed to Worcestershire Beacon in the county of Worcestershire. Apologies if that sounds bleeding obvious, but yes, I can see my destination. I have noticed along large sections, yes, I've just done a quick change of robes again, the hat's gone, another layer on. I see these signs saying, warning, electric fence. Are you ever tempted to touch it to see how electrified it is? I'm not, I ain't gonna touch it. Oh yes, I have arrived at the Kettle Sings, yes. I was calling it the singing kettle, but yes, the Kettle Sings. Let's get to it. So it said there, don't leave your car to go walking. Yes, because it's their car park. Well, I don't have a car because I'll be walking.
I think they do basically they measure it, but if you've got 30.
All I can say is, wow, can't wait for. I haven't decided what I'm going to eat yet. There's such a wide choice here, but yeah, hungry hippo like me, I'm going to be ordering a lot. Well, what can I say? That properly hit the spot. Yes, a full English all-day breakfast is what you need all the time. Wonderful views out here from the seat I was sitting in. Lovely food. Now it's time to head back to Great Malvern. So I'm going to take a slightly different route. Some of it's similar. As I've now stepped out, I can feel the heat on my head, so I think I'll have to get the hat back on, because it was obviously a lot cooler in the cafe, being in the shade. And yeah, I feel fully energized, refreshed and ready to go. So let's continue homeward bound. I've just noticed here by where the Kettle Sings sign, there's a bit of high tech here. You see that aerial? My guess is that's probably the Wi-Fi booster down to there, hey? Gotta love the high tech. I best not touch it. That wouldn't be very sporting, would it? Now this route here, bit of history for you. When I was staying at an Airbnb in Ledbury, I needed to do my longest long run before Brighton Marathon. Yes, this was the road I came along, heading back to Ledbury. And can't remember how many miles I would have done up to now, but it would have been around 15 miles. Yeah, That was the only 20-mile I'd done before Brighton, and it was an early Saturday morning. I think I departed from Ledbury about 6:30, 7 a.m. and I finished literally by about 10 a.m. so just over 3 hours. Yeah, there you go, bit of randomness for you. So quiet here, isn't it? Shh. This location is called Gardener's Quarry. Gardener's Quarry, yeah. Shh. Saving my legs now. Ooh. Did you hear that? Oh. It's the kind of thing at mile 20 during a marathon you don't trust. But anyway, saving my legs. I'm not going over the top of the ridge again, heading to the Witch location. I'm going around the hill. Never done this path route before, but it's close to the road on the hill, and it seems very pleasant so far. So yeah, after big lunch, I want to take it easy and not be too harsh on myself, body, legs and all that. I have to say, if you're looking to save your legs and you've been on a long hike over the ridge here at the Malverns, these paths on the outside where you're just hugging the side of the hills, so much easier to walk along. There's no up and down and sharp rises, declines. It's almost like just a rolling path. Absolutely beautiful. Marvellous, marvellous. I'm at a location now, looking down into the valley. There is the village of Colwall, where the train stops there as well. So if you wanted to, you can get off at Colwall and walk around the hills on this side, heading back towards Great Malvern, if you wanted to. So many routes around here, you just take your pick. I'm now approaching Witch, the location of Witch, which is spelled W-I-C-H-E. Not the pointy hat version of W-I-T-C-H, no. So I'm sure I've pronounced it right. Which, if you are local here, do you pronounce it a different way? Whitechie or something? I don't know. But this is a crossover point where right now I think I'm in the county of Herefordshire, and then when I cross over there I get into the county of Worcestershire. Cool, eh? So I have literally crossed the border of Herefordshire and Worcestershire. Yes, the signs either side there, one saying welcome to Worcestershire and then the other side saying welcome to Herefordshire. So yes, this is Witch, or Colwall is the location back that way, and I'm now on the Old Witch Road. I'm sure there's a song there, and I'm going to head along the road now rather than go back over the ridge down into Great Malvern. I'm going to head along the road here, where there's still beautiful views, and as the road is closed, how fortuitous, it's going to be relatively quiet along here. Save me legs, yeah. Another random fact for you: down that path, a fair way, maybe a 15-minute walk into the hills, was another Airbnb I stayed at here with the kids. We had a great time. I think it was one of the between Christmas and New Year. We just stayed here for a few days. Absolutely gorgeous, right nestled in the hills, next to one of the wells, and there are many wells here. I'm going to take you to one now. As I'm just passing Earnslaw Quarry car park here along the Witch Road, I just checked my watch and I've done almost literally 12 kilometers, and it's taken me 4.5 hours so far. Now, as I mentioned, I have not stopped the watch or paused the watch since I got off the train, so it's been non-stop ticking as I sit down, chat, had me lunch, all that type of stuff, yeah. And right, this is private, no parking, but look at this for a balcony. Way. Wow, what a view. Isn't this a spectacular view? Oh yes. Anyway, yeah, don't look down. Don't look down under the grill there. Yeah. Here's another little random fact as I'm walking along this section. From what I recall, my childhood, my dad used to drive down to here from where we lived and park on this roadside, and we would literally just walk Route 1 straight up that sheer hill up to the very top where there was a cafe at the top of Worcestershire Beacon. Yeah, Route 1, and looking how steep that is. I don't know how the hell we did it, but then we were younger, fitter, stronger and all that. Yeah, so going up inclines like that, which is almost vertical, was not an issue to us young ones then. Now arriving into Great Malvern. Yes, I know, nearly there, nearly there. Quick cafe stop, toilet stop, and then onwards to Great Malvern train station. What an epic journey this has been, eh? There's so many great things to talk about. Great Malvern, yes, pun intended. You've got the Mount Pleasant Hotel on one side. You have Abbey Hotel there, right next to Malvern Priory. Is it Malvern Priory or Malvern Abbey? I can't remember now. I think it's called a Priory here, but beautiful, definitely worth a visit in there. Whatever your denomination, or even if you're not a religious type person, I always find churches, abbeys, priories are always worth a visit for the history. So I'm in desperate need of a toilet stop now. I know. Oh boy, did I need that toilet stop. Anyway, enough detail about that. I'm now about to tuck into some beautiful carrot cake. As you can see behind me here, a wide selection of cakes here at Henry's Cafe. Cup of tea, carrot cake, and that will keep me going for the rest of the afternoon before I head home. Oh, I tell you, you can't beat a bit of cake and tea here in Henry's Cafe. So let's head up to the spring well here in Great Malvern. Of course, one of the many famous things that the Malvern Hills are known for is the spa water, the Malvern Hills spring water. And here I am at one of the main wells, and I always come here to top up my bottle and fill it up with this lovely natural spring water. Good for me, good for the soul as well. Yes, that's right. I had mentioned whilst Elgar was born in Worcester, he did spend a lot of time around the Malverns. He is buried in Little Malvern, but there's a lovely statue here in commemoration for him, so it'd be rude for me not to say hello to Elgar. And here he is. Edward Elgar, you are on YouTube. Hello. Yes. Let's head down, get that train. So I've just got to Great Malvern train station. This is the end of today's journey, having started at Malvern Link train station and walked what can only be described as a massive distance, even for me. Little over 16 kilometers, 10 miles of wonderful, beautiful hillside, countryside and all of that. Yes, absolutely beautiful day. And yeah, I think it was 5 hours 45 minutes. Now remembering the clock was just ticking all the way through, so I didn't pause the watch, didn't stop it when I was sitting down, chatting, drinking, eating, having lunch, cake, tea. Oh boy, what a day. But the key thing, this topic's about mental health awareness, mental well-being, is I love doing this kind of stuff, but it might not be for you. Do what gives you joy. That's the key message I want to give to you, whether it be, ooh, as a fly's coming in my ears here, whether it be hiking, walking, running, cycling, swimming, reading, sitting down, enjoying TV. Do what gives you joy, and that's the key message, right? There's no point doing stuff that causes us all sorts of unnecessary stress, whether it be physically, mentally, doing hard things. Yeah, just do what you enjoy. What do you think? Leave it in the comments below. There's so much more I could do about talking here, being in Great Malvern. There's a lot here, but today's video was about just the walking, hiking part and enjoying the beautiful countryside that we have here in England, Britain, and I believe wherever you live around the UK or even the world, we're not that far away to get to somewhere beautiful like this local to you. And as I said earlier, even when I lived in central London, there's plenty of parks and green spaces out there where I could go and chill out during my lunch breaks or walks to from work when I was working down there and living down there. So yeah, whatever you are, whatever you do what brings you joy. Love you all. See you all soon.